back to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to Super Saiyan 4 is not Super Saiyan 4. In my personal opinion, Super Saiyan 4 had to be one of the coldest transformations, even though for a long time it wasn't considered canon in Dragon Ball GT. And we were just blessed with what seems to be Super Saiyan 4 in the new series Dragon Ball Daima. And even though the transformation is as clear as day, paying homage, if not is exactly what we perceive to be Super Saiyan 4, you know, there's some differences there, and Goku himself within the series that this transformation is the Super Saiyan 4 transformation that we know and love from Dragon Ball GT. And Dragon Ball Daima takes place before Dragon Ball Super, and we've never seen Goku use this form before. I think there might be some truth to the fact that this so-called Super Saiyan 4 transformation that is now canon isn't exactly what we thought it was from the GT verse. Let's see if this video breaks it down and see if we can get some more insight. Let's do it. Make sure you like, sub up to this channel, all anime things with me. Let's do it.
When it comes to Super Saiyan 4 in Dragon Ball Daima, it has many differences to the original Super Saiyan 4 in Dragon Ball GT as much as it has similarities. In this video we will look at them in terms of lore, design and performance to understand the connection between Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku and GT Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Hit the like if you're a fan of either Super Saiyan 4 and be honest, tell me which is your favorite version of Super Saiyan 4, Daima's GT.
I'm gonna go with GT off the rip.
T's or hey, even Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Let me know why in the comments. Super Saiyan 4 now being in Dragon Ball Daima as well as GT is no different than Broly or Bardock from Z being in Super with different lore. There are many other examples in which older concepts from the 80s and 90s Toei anime series are utilized in a different way in the Toriyama canon events of manga, and in some cases in an anime which Toriyama himself created, that being Daima. So it's no shock that Super Saiyan 4 in GT is not the same Super Saiyan 4 in Daima. Otherwise we would have to apply all the lore surrounding GT Super Saiyan 4 to Daima, and we know nobody is linking GT lore to Super lore. Even though there's 3 versions of Super Saiyan 4 in Dragon Ball anime and manga continuities, if we're counting Super Dragon Ball Heroes, we're only going to be focusing on the original and the newest Super Saiyan 4 today. I can comfortably say there's a balance between the two which I enjoy very much. Both are cool to me, so let's talk about Daima Super Saiyan 4 in episode 18. If we get more in episode 19, I will make a
I ain't gonna lie, if we get Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and a Gogeta fusion, that would be fucking cold. Or we get a new fusion altogether, because I think in the Daima series there's like a whole different form of fusion that we have never seen before, so that might be something unique within itself. Super Saiyan 4 fusion whatever, not Gogeta or Vegeta. What are we calling this new fusion? Damn, I don't even know what would be a good, cool name. Y'all come up with the comment sections what could be a third variation of Goku and Vegeta fusing.
Further video expanding on these similarities and differences, so this is primarily on Kid Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which brings us to our first point. The first obvious difference is that Goku is using Super Saiyan 4 in his child body compared to GT, where his body is restored back to an adult version. This is a cool design choice for Daima to give Daima a unique look in Super Saiyan 4, as Kid Super Saiyan 4 Goku is something we've never seen before, and it fits the aesthetic Daima theme of everyone being kids more than GT in my opinion, as GT Super Saiyan 4 was just about Goku being a kid, and he was able to reverse the Black Star Dragon Ball wish temporarily in that form. But Daima Super Saiyan 4 couldn't reverse a regular Shenron wish, which does conceptually reveal a lot about the difference in power between both versions. Aesthetically, the differences between the two Super Saiyan 4 versions are the color scheme of Daima's resembling that of Super Saiyan God.
They should have went with the black hair, I ain't gonna lie.
Both in eyes and hair, which instantly changes it from the black hair and yellow eyes in GT. Some theories speculate that Daima Super Saiyan 4 is relating to the ancient lore and Saiyan gods of the past due to the color scheme, whereas GT Super Saiyan 4 retains Goku's base form hair color but gives the eyes a more primal look thanks to the color contrast, which does indeed fit more for GT's version, as we do get to see the transformation from the Uzaru involving the tail, channeling the primal beast, making it feel more like an evolution of classic Saiyan characteristics. But Daima Super Saiyan 4, after Never gave Goku some of his energy, or magic, we get to see Goku's body mutate thanks to that magic. Even though Never used magic, it still triggered Goku's own body to mutate and forcibly transform, which makes it look like it was a biological pathway that he couldn't access alone at that point without some external method. That's actually a similarity to GT Super Saiyan 4. his tail wouldn't regrow naturally. They needed an external method as well. But we will find out one day what happens to Goku using Daima's Super Saiyan 4 in future events. No doubt about it. With Dragon Ball GT, the original idea was for the old Kai to not use the pliers to pull out Goku's tail, but actually have Goku perform certain actions and procedures under his guidance that would make his tail grow back on its own, which it was doing and we saw it, but an emergency situation required Goku to comedically use the pliers to simply pull it out of his ass and skip the required training of controlling the 8 power, which is why old Kai was concerned when Golden Uzaru Goku was rampaging. They didn't have time to get there properly. I guess Lucky Pan was there for plot, right? But either way, it goes to show that the two versions of Super Saiyan 4 have different lore in the way they transform. Daima feeling
But they both need the tail.
GT feeling more like a Saiyan evolution, but you could argue both have some sort of genetic and magical elements to them, albeit unexplained in both versions, which I guess is a similarity conceptually. The concept art by Katsuyoshi Nakatsuru does show the fur resembling the pinkier portrayal of Super Saiyan 4 Goku in GT, but again, as we all know, GT Super Saiyan 4 was actually designed red, and it was certain screenshots, product saturations, that made it appear pinkier. But it's still a nice nod to that Pink Panther Super Saiyan 4 nonetheless. Of course, the gi itself. One similarity is that both Super Saiyan 4 lose their top in order to look insanely cool, but no belt for Daima Goku, and it seems like the bottoms are more on the orange side compared to GT's golden. There's a different shade of blue to the wristbands, but other than that, it's as close as it can be. Another difference is the chest design on the fur of Super Saiyan 4 in Daima. It has a sharper point in fur design on the chest, which instantly gives me Demon World vibes. I always associate pointier designs like the ears and even spaceship designs to be Demon World aesthetic. So what makes Super Saiyan 4 Goku interesting is that it could be linked to the Demon World and is a version of that form that can only be seen in the Demon World. So imagine it like Pokemon. Depending which region they grew up, you get a different type of the same Pokemon. At least for now, that's a theory, and one day I hope we get to see it open up further. It could work, seeing as Never is one of the wisest beings in the Demon World and may know something about Saiyans that has been long since forgotten. So in terms of its fighting style, Daima's Super Saiyan 4 fights more like an ape than GT's Super Saiyan 4 Goku does. Firstly, his huge forearms help him run like a monkey, so Frieza can get really pissed off. Also,
that's funny.
Using his tail for an advantage like he does in OG Dragon Ball, thanks to it being a long limb for his smaller body. In GT, Super Saiyan 4 Goku never fought like an ape. Yes, he was gritty and got stuck into the brawl, but he never used his tail for attacks or assisting him in a fighting style. Most likely because his body was just full grown and his tail wouldn't seem as long in comparison to being on a smaller body to create that advantage. Although I would have loved to have seen the tail slap like Raditz did to Krillin. Missed opportunity, GT, man. Of course, Super Saiyan 4 in GT was all about retaining the Uzaru characteristics and traits in a more humanoid form. I say more humanoid because the Uzaru still has arms and legs, but I mean more like the regular body of Goku, so it would make sense conceptually he would fight more like his regular self than an ape after the transformation, due to the controlling aspect of it. But it seems Daima's Super Saiyan 4 Goku, at least for now in kid mode, is taking a trip on the wild side when he fights, which I gotta be honest, I really like that because it keeps Daima and GT's Super Saiyan 4 unique. If we are comparing the power of GT and Daima's Super Saiyan 4, there's one thing we must take note of. They are both Super Saiyan 4, but they are not the same Super Saiyan 4 in lore or power. It's like
Them hands are massive.
Legendary Super Saiyan from movie 8 versus Dragon Ball Super Broly versus Gogeta. We know Z Broly's multiplier is no larger than Super Saiyan 2, but Dragon Ball Super Broly's legendary multiplier was beyond Z's comprehension of multipliers, so we can't transfer power and feats from the superior power of GT to Daima to estimate Super Saiyan 4 in the different continuity because events are different, and character power jumps are different as well. Another similarity but inverse is that during both debuts of Super Saiyan 4 they gain a lead, but then somehow get pressured soon after by a giant foe, that being Giant Goma and Great Ape Baby, which lay the beat down on Super Saiyan 4 before an eventual comeback. Well, a hopeful comeback in Daima, but we'll see. It's more than likely. Let's talk about attacks and abilities. In GT, Goku uses the red 10 times Kamehameha, which hasn't been used by Daima Super Saiyan 4. Maybe it will eventually, but as of right now, it has shown no unique attacks in episode 18 except for an upside down Kamehameha, which was more about opportunity rather than style, but I guess a similarity is that both Super Saiyan 4 are very tenacious and bounce back if you aren't looking or underestimated. Some abilities for Super Saiyan 4 in GT were being able to resist consecutive special attacks of the same style, reducing the damage. Daima hasn't shown unique abilities outside of its raw power, and also with GT they were ascended levels within the form itself, full power and ultra full power. But again, it's still early days for Daima Super Saiyan 4. Maybe one day we will see it combined with Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego for a silver and purple.
Ooh, That might be crazy.
Super
That would be fire as fuck with like silver fur.
Saiyan 4, which would be badass. Super Saiyan 5 and Super Saiyan 6 for the hell of it.
Super Saiyan 5, Super Saiyan 6. Oh, hell nah. Or, you know, remember back in the day where we used to search up on Google Super Saiyan 100? Are we finally entering that lore, Super Saiyan 100 lore?
So if we do get to see greater displays of Daima Super Saiyan 4 soon or way in the future, if we get that information, I'll be sure to update you on everything. So leave me a comment on any other differences and similarities you noticed that I didn't mention. Do you like the Daima aesthetics, the color, or would you have preferred him with the black hair and yellow eyes?
Just seeing that right there, I think that's the answer right there. I feel like if they would have went black hair and yellow eyes, that would have been peak. But, you know, I gotta appreciate, you know, the uniqueness that they came with. The fact that they even canonized it, I think was really dope. Y'all let me know which one you like better. Do you like the GT version better or the new Daima version better? I do believe that the way that they're gonna explain this in the Daima series, if they do, I hope they do, they're just gonna pretty much say that it's linked to the demon world. I think that's what's gonna be the ultimate conclusion, is that this is a unique form that he was only able to access through that, you know, that special Namekian. I'm forgetting his name. Don't kill me for that. But yeah, and it's linked to the demon world. So I think this is going to be something that we probably won't see again. Especially now within the Super, we have the Super Saiyan gods, Super Saiyan God Blue. Like, it's like, yeah, I don't think we're getting going, because technically this would be a weaker version, right? Unless, and this is something that I've always kind of had like a fan theory about, is when Goku and Vegeta are Super Saiyan gods, they can go Super Saiyan while being Super Saiyan God, and that's what is the Super Saiyan Blue, right? So essentially, why don't they go Super Saiyan 2 God? Does that make sense? Or Super Saiyan 3 God, or and potentially Super Saiyan 4 God? Or is that just pretty much pointless because Ultra Instinct, techniques like Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego just trump all of that together, and then maybe there's just no point of even going there in the first place? So I don't know. Y'all let me know what you guys think in the comment section. My name's Berto. I'll see you guys tonight in the next one. Hit that subscribe button. Love you guys. Appreciate y'all. Peace.
Where you at, Berto?